Alright, let's stop this. Music today went a bit off, I know, but who cares? We are not here for the music, we are here for other stuff. Hello, welcome everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a great day. Nice beginning of the week. Time to get this show on the road. Okay, so I think most of you are kind of up to speed, at least those who tend to show up. Hello, everybody. Casey, Olimio, Jamie, Gene, Lucas, Snaps are good. JR, Leo, Nannies, and Mamba. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you have, wherever you're at. Let's look at the market. Nothing all that surprising. We opened up slightly above that 557.22 with, of course, a gap downwards, so quickly was dispatched. We've finished that thing and we're all good to go for today. Nothing all that surprising. Started tugging on the downside, retracing back to 57.22. All of that is on the smaller time frame. Currently momentum is bullish on the 1 minute, not all that surprising. 5 minutes is slowly breaking down and becoming more bearish as we're getting ready to go into the day. Of course, we still have that a little bit of that bullishness to pull out, which we expect being will take place right here in that upper part where we are gonna go overbought a little bit. That is that same interference that we're seeing right here on the smaller scale, but on the grand scheme of things, we are still tumbling downwards, so nothing has really changed. It's just kind of that in-between process. So what the expectation is based upon the 30 minutes is basically doing that 57.22, maybe something in that vicinity based upon the smaller time frames, and eventually breaking down. 45 minutes seems a bit negative. It's a bit confusing like that because it's kind of on the downtrend, but still has made a decent upside. Right now, technically moving to the upside, but bearish momentum is more dominant. Thus, you expect the 45 minutes to kind of contribute to the price action slowing down to the upside. Now, okay, so 1 hour is actually, again, somewhat confusing. I don't understand why people are kind of in between on this one. It makes sense. Don't forget that what we really care about is what we will find on the larger time frames. As much as confusing as this can be, this can say, well, we might push slightly higher above, as we saw here, that 57.22. Not a big deal. Although right now we're technically bullish, but pointing to the upside. It's a bit of a weird situation, a bit of abnormality. But all in all, we're going to be moving to the downside, in my opinion, based upon the 1 hour. But let's confirm it looking at 4 hours and what 4 hours says. 4 hours basically says that this this intermission that we're seeing right here on the hourly, it actually stems from that, or rather an interpretation of this same thing, right? So you're seeing the case becoming dominant, the green line is dominant. That's why we're more bullish than bearish temporarily. So kind of doing this little thing. Don't forget we have a gigantic gap right here to close that we've generated just several days ago. And so this is at face value. Right now it's bullish, but it's temporarily bullish because it's slowly breaking down. And this is this sort of, running on fumes before we actually start breaking downwards, moving, into the body of the tool, the stochastic RSI. Those who are not familiar, this is stochastic RSI. And then once we make it into oversold, as we amplify the effect, then we're going to be considering, of course, going more bullish, but by that point we will be far lower, closing the gap and so forth. So the 4 hours very indicative of the closure of that larger gap that we've just created recently. The real problems start to sort of appear. Let me just clean it up real quick. The real issue with things start to become more evident the further out we go. Basically, we didn't expect this wave to come through and push through all that much, but well, conditions have allowed it. So that does not mean anything. It's again a temporary sort of this bit of a rally, but all in all, if we're looking at this objectively, we still are on a correction and movement to the downside. What we're having is a bit of this interference sort of thing. Why are we thinking we're going to the downside? The real reality comes through on the monthly. The really painful reality is when we're waiting for in 6 days and 5 hours to complete the session. Of course, continue onwards. What we are expecting to see is more of a convergence and subsequently divergence of the two forces, implying that we basically ran out of juice. Some people would argue that this is not going to be all that serious. I'm going to argue that this is, if anything, going to be more of this head and shoulders formation. Here we're seeing the shoulder, here we're generating the head, and well, talk it over, and eventually we're going to start breaking downwards as we do. Subsequently, we do need to correct. Nothing just moves forever in a singular direction, bringing us higher. People will be arguing again that we are, look at this, Greg, you're wrong, and all that wonderful stuff. Subsequently, leading to another correction to even a lower point. I'm not pointing out how long it's going to take, nor the actual lows. I'm just kind of pointing out the process. Okay, here I drew it all the way to 1000. You get the idea. Just kind of went crazy with this one. What is that? That's even beyond my actual point. So it's more going to look, if anything, if you really want to get a bit of a like real perception how to, I'm expecting it to look like it's something akin to this and far tighter. 26, 27, yeah. So that's kind of the idea of what I'm expecting with the grand scheme of things. 3,300, somewhere there below that point. This, and why we think that, because our larger time frames confirm that deterioration of the trend is just far longer. What people don't realize, what this shows is a far larger cycle. Most people don't even look at these things, not aware of them, and don't realize that there are far stronger forces that are playing and influencing the market right now. All we're seeing, all that rally, is just this tiny little knob on the bottom, and in reality the market is basically overturning. It's just that it takes a long time for the market to actually show its true colors, especially when we're going from overbought into the body of the tool. So this thing, this yearly chart, this 12-month chart, basically indicates that we are on a course of a deep correction, and what we're seeing right now is just the beginning processes of it. And while we're able to squeeze more bullishness, that's because of the well, conditions currently, okay, the macroeconomic conditions, the geopolitical conditions, and everything, and certain manipulations by certain forces, if you will. Now back to 1 minute real quick, because we've run through the time frames real quick and we're kind of done for today. On the short term, we know we're currently pardon me, entangled in the 57.22, which we're actively seeing taking part and playing its role as we speak. And yeah, and from here on out, let's observe, let's talk, let's ask questions, let's see what you boys and girls have to say. Hello, Chobi. Sold 50% of my Tesla calls. Beautiful. I see. Tesla we've covered the other day. No big surprises there. We're just slightly above the gap, I think we were, or in the gap, just kind of dancing within that area. As we said, there's a little bit more upside to see, but overall, I just said the other day how bullish it is, but sadly the big picture, I remember I posted, Tom was asking on Discord, and I've reacted to that, and I said how it is bullish. That's true. But the big picture is, once you zoom out, you realize that it goes in tandem with the rest of the market, and we're slightly deviated because we had a gap to close. And once this gap is done, which it is, we are free to go to the downside. So it's a matter of time, I think, before we break with the rest of the market. The sad reality. That is that. Will VU go down to 500? I don't know. I didn't look at VU. Naps, I recommend taking your measurements from the S&P, going to the source, and basing your analysis on that. I don't look at the VU nor SPY really, because they're smoothened. They have, you cannot take, it's like trying to, it's like a broken phone basically. They are a derivative, subsequently not gonna yield the parameters that I'm looking for. They're not gonna yield supports, resistances. That's not the right way to do it. Basically, you always go to the source, and the source is the S&P, SPX itself. Here to post a like. Can't watch live today. We'll see the recording later. Got you, Alex. Thank you for showing up. You're awesome. Nannies, I agree with that exactly. Smash the like, everyone. Be like Alex. You see? You see, Mama here is 100% on point. You boys and girls need to smash the like. Don't forget, ring the bell. Otherwise, you'll not be informed. Because at some point, I'm just gonna get sort of a bit lazy, maybe, or whatever, and stop posting on the Discord that we're going live. So if you're not gonna join, it's up to you. Bum, 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 bum. Initial quest, but could you look at GSK on the LSE? Present. That parents are retarded in thinking of selling shares. Okay, let's see what you mean there, Danny. I'm not 100% sure. Got it. Thanks, Greg. Napa are good. All right. Neps are good. Napa are good. The reason it takes me forever is because I'm seeing it on my other screen and just amongst other things, and just, yeah, sort of juggling everything at the same time. Juggling. Let's look at this beautiful thing. I should probably be going here. That's what I need. Pardon me. I need here an Ashley one, and I need, you said the GSK? GSK. On the LSE. Yes. I hate to do that. The problem with that, Danny, this is a one-time event. This is a one-time. I don't like to deviate from my, home, if you will. I don't even look at the Israeli stock market, but this is a one-time deal for you. One-time deal. I'm not a big fan. I don't know enough. I mean, I know a lot, but I know I don't know enough, if you will. If that makes any sense to you. So that puts it at about here. That means about here. That makes sense. That's a perfect resistance. So yeah, that is your actual resistance is around here, quite easily to discern. Yeah, I know it looks off on these tops, but that's just how life works. I'm sorry. You might as well not like it. It looks kind of like this, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm calculating everything right. Alrighty. Now, let's just look at this way, for example. Where's my stochastic RSI? All right, so in oversold territory on the daily, oversold territory on the 4. Not that surprising, so you might be seeing some momentum to the upside, correcting to that 1796. We'll call just 1800. Just call it 1800. Then obviously you have that channel that you might break back into. Looking at this monthly, so yeah, you're definitely gonna test back. Where's that channel now going? Yeah, here it is. You're definitely gonna test your 1200s sooner or later. Look, this is obviously something you hold for a long time. So the reality of it is that you are into not some fun times. It seems something akin to sort of this, right? That's what it seems like. But then again, once it's all over, you're going to be fine. I'm overdrawing it. It's just hard to draw because I'm a moron. But something like that. And yeah, so that's what it's going to do. So regardless of it having highs, it's all going to draw into retesting the low at 1,000-ish, and then going back up. So it's gonna test your metal, if you will. Of course, it's not gonna be straightforward. It's still gonna test that area, which is the shorter term. Where is that? That's right here, right where we're at. Yeah, it's gonna be right here. So not that surprising. It's that same sort of channel that you have right now that going on. I see. I see. Yeah, it's gonna be all. You see, this is a sort of sideways channel. In fact, I would argue this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is some beautiful stuff going on here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you have some beautiful. That's just fun. What's going on? This is this? No, there's obviously. I see it now as well. Where are you? Somewhere around here? Yeah, you are. Obviously. These are your fun numbers that you should be aware of. All of these fun numbers, that 1796, 1547, they're not accurate. I'm kind of eyeballing them, so that 1796, you might as well call it 1800. That 1547, you might as well call it 1550. 1291, you might as well call it 1300. 193 is your 1200. So you might as well just look at it this way. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah. You see? It is all inevitable, my friend. It is all inevitable. Let's go back. Okay. Be sure to thank Greg for this great TA by subscribing, smashing the like, and commenting on this video after the live. Nannies is 1000% correct. Boys and girls, if you want this channel to grow and succeed, don't forget to smash like, subscribe, ring the bell. Leave a comment after the live is done. All that beautiful stuff that actually does help and make the channel grow and beautiful. I've been watching the replays for some time now. This is the first time I was able to catch it live, JR. All right. I really appreciate your lives. What are your thoughts on NEM? I have not checked that one, JR. We can look into this. It's you said no, we don't. We want this one. We want. You said NEM, right? Okay. Let's look at NEM. I mean, I don't have any particular thoughts. New mount. Why do I know what this is? Why the F do I know? What? Why? Uh, okay, I'll see. That's probably, I think I know why though. Um, hmm, yeah, of course it will be. Sure. Right. Okay, I think I know why. I know what this is. Okay. Okay, so they're all over the place. That's good. They have a good footprint. Mm. Okay, okay. I mean, cool, cool, cool. They are ancient, so I like that. That is wonderful. That is not a bad a thing that you're looking into there. I am not all hating on it. Um, Slow down, boys and girls, otherwise I'll never make it to the end. We'll have to make somebody wait. Look, You are a bit high and you might get a bit higher, but I wouldn't be buying with both hands. I would wait until you drop back to what seems to be around the 30 levels, right? And then I would be picking it up with both hands. Even if it drops below the 30, that's what I would be doing. Looking at this, I would be actually, this is, yeah, I mean, there is upside though. There is still upside before it breaks, because what it seems to be doing is moving up in order to complete this to move down. But you're basically, I see what's going on here. I'm familiar with assets like as such. So this is, in a way, it's more of a value asset here. Yeah, dividends. So look, it's what are you getting here? Yeah, not much. What are you getting this on? Well, September, März, November. Okay, got it. So yeah, look, um, it has room to go up. It has room to go up, and in fact, it might revisit those uh, highs from before, and maybe even yeah, no, which one? Yeah, no, it's the all-time high. So might revisit that. You might revisit these, giving way even to newer all-time highs somewhere right here ish with some breakout and all that. But it seems like there will be some form of a very deep retest. And I don't think that's gonna be, no, that's when your 30s, we said. Yeah, it's gonna be, you are in for a ride. Like, you are in for one hell of a ride, maybe even all your you are right now at a very interesting sort of junction that combines many forces. And well, because we're looking at the monthly and your momentum is already squeezing the bejesus out of it, probably will go hot for a while but then break. So you see, it's, you are in for more high but then break. Could be this one, could be that one, could be that one, and you're having this wedge, which is suspicious to me, indicating a correction to the downside, giving you a bearish flag. So uh, it's, yeah, I mean, somewhere here, breaking, doing probably another thing here. By then, the trend will flip upside down. Yeah. So you're in a bit of a problem here. And you're oversold on the 3 months. So, I mean, that just takes a while. And you're oversold in 6 months. So it's kind of iffy. You might get some stutters here before it takes full effect and the breakdown gets. It's kind of, that's something how you need to understand the rhythm of the market, and it's not straightforward. People often like to imagine, if they see the market go up, that means the market will go up to the moon. The market dropping, that means that's it, we're dead. That's not how it works. It's completely, this notion is completely wrong. All right, so let's do that. We've done that beautiful stuff. Let's clean all that beautiful stuff. Let's go, let's go, let's go. JRNM, we've done. My loving mother will thank you personally. What I've covered that. What, Danny? I've covered it. Thank Greg. I've become the investment. Wait, I became the investment advisor in my family after starting a couple of months ago, and now they are asking when to sell. Haha, really appreciate that, Greg. Sure, well, are you kidding me? I understand. That's kindly oftentimes the position all of us take in our families. That is just inevitable, inherent. The more you know, the more people will rely on you for knowledge. I don't. I just ask you guys, don't rely on me blindly. Just watch this, consider this. Doesn't mean this is not financial advice. This is just another angle from a person who maybe knows what he's talking about. Maybe he's an idiot and a crazy person. Just a person on the internet, as some people say. Shout out to all of you legends. Nanny's very correct. Here is a link in the chat how you can join our Discord. Don't forget to confirm the rules, otherwise you'll be stuck in limbo. If you get your roles set right away, don't worry, the rules will just kind of skip. But if you don't get your roles set, of course, it won't, so you'll be stuck in limbo. If you do, make sure to confirm. There you have a button that confirms all of that beautiful stuff. And like, Mike, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Correct. On Discord, the only way to join my one-on-one academy, which I have just one final spot left for. Once it's taken, that's it. It's going to be locked until further notice. On which I teach how to do in-depth technical analysis, the principles, the tools, and to sign up to that, the only way is to DM me, direct message me on Discord. We get in touch, we have a conversation, and if you like the idea, we proceed from there. That is very correct. Dennis, thank you very much for reminding me about that. Next level, Greg. Greg, how not to overtrade and avoid commission and fees. That's a good one. Again, next level, what I told you, show up. That one will take me a while to explain. It depends where you're from, trading whom, what your overall conditions with your brokerage bank, whatever you're working with. Join us on Discord, on the voice chat. It's the open forum where we hang out on the daily basis. If need be, I'll take you aside and I'll discuss with you this individually. It's just what you're asking is a very, very complex question, and not having you being able to go back and forth and just kind of this chatting thing is not exactly what we need to inquire on that question and give you a proper answer. There is, of course, a strategy applied to the whole idea. It's just that it's not that straightforward, not something I can just sort of break down here quickly. It will be half-assing, not even half, maybe quarter-assing, which we don't like to do. At all. We like to do things the right way, properly, or not do them at all. Hello, Greg. Long time no talk. Axon. Indeed, Axon. Hello. Welcome. I think I've seen you in the first ones, right? Or am I mistaken and you're somebody else from the community and I'm a moron? But I think I've seen you on the first lives I used to do, right? Like the first ones. JR thinks, sure thing, JR, absolutely. Tom, Greg, and mods will not will not initiate DMs on Discord. Very correct, boys and girls who join the Discord. If Tom or I or Tim or any of the other mods or admins or anything gets in touch with you, that is probably BS. Make sure, verify, be very suspicious. Don't just be trusting. In fact, it's better that you think we are a scammer and learning that we are the real us instead of the other way around, okay? So be very, very careful. It's not something we can prevent. Sadly, there are scammers on Discord. We do what we can. We ban them left and right and all sorts of things and block them with various bots and rules and things we spent money and time on. Lots of money, lots of time. But it's not bulletproof, and we do what we can. I can promise you that we do the best we can, and sometimes more so, because we're not just alone. We're a whole bunch of people, bots, and stuff. Especially if you get a DM from someone trying to get you to sign up for a brokerage that looks like Tom, Greg, or mods, that is a scammer. Nanny's 1000% correct. Also, next level, the reason I want you to join, because I know you have many questions about commodities and stuff. You have great questions. I really like your questions. I really want you to join so you can hang out with us and actually ask these questions and all that stuff. Can you assure me that my Discord client will not explode because it's Pakistani? I cannot promise, but I think it should be fine. I think. That's a good joke. Next level. Very funny. Are you also available at weekends, Saturdays, and Sundays? Well, yes and no. I mostly have individual students take lessons. If anything, that's kind of what I do on the weekends. But also Sunday, no. Sunday I'm keeping free from now on. I no longer have Sunday available for anyone. That's it. Sunday's back to being completely off the table. But I can make exceptions. I can hang out. Sure, why not? DM me, reach out to me. I'm sitting on the top of the Discord. Let me show you, boys and girls. I will show you how it all looks like. By the way, what Nannies is telling you all the time is when you join and you see only this rules channel, you see just like these two very fine gentlemen trying to point out, you need to confirm by pressing this button. And if you see only this channel, you're stuck basically. FAQ, the frequently asked questions channel, will guide you how to connect your Discord to your Patreon, right? Make sure both of them are registered on the same email, otherwise the systems will not know. And yeah, and just here you connect your accounts, and then you'll be transferred from the public partition, which is very cool. It has a ton of conversations going on, a ton of stuff. Yay, Tom has made a video. We really need to go and watch that, boys and girls. That is very important. And then we have a lot of fun chat, a lot of fun stuff going on, anywhere from, ranging from celebrating people's success to Tesla, to Palantir, various commodities, crypto, options trading, philosophy, psychology. We have memes, the drunk chat, we can post anything, and various important threads on relevant topics that are, on everybody's sort of mind nowadays. The same thing in the members, it's just the members get a lot more. They get 4 Zoom calls and all that wonderful stuff I can blab on forever and a bit. We have a lot of wonderful stuff going on. Don't miss out. If you're staying in public while already having the roles, you're basically missing out on all the great stuff we give you in the members, right? And all of that beautiful stuff can be achieved for just $10 a month on my Patreon, and that's the cheapest way to actually become a member and join the Zoom calls and the benefits and hang out with us on the in the open forum, where we pretty much hang out every day in all that beautiful stuff. Nanny's just posted in the chat here the Patreon link. Feel free to use it to sign up. $10 a month and you get all these wonderful perks and then some. Now that we finalized that beautiful stuff, we are still observing the market being boring as all hell. Just what we said, the market is going to be moving sideways quite a bit, so no surprises for us, retaining the 57.20 284, call it. Of course, it can go above. That's not an abnormality, those who don't know. But the grand scheme of things is pretty clear. I think we're still going to be going down whether we like it or not. Remember, those who have a mindset of a trader, keep it to trading. If you have a mixed portfolio, do the according action for the according trade investment, if you really insist on using that terminology, because let's be frank, investors are like the Ron Barons of the world, but we're long-term traders, which is fine. It's not a curse word, it's not a bad word, it's all fine, nice and dandy. Just we need to be aware of our positions, and when the market does break down, don't forget to be hyper focused. Instead of saying, oh, how bad everything is, be focused on buying and how low the prices are. Okay, that is far more important. Tom Nash, as always, right at the right time. Tom, you just missed, I was just saying, long-term trader is like a blind pilot. What do you mean, long-term trader? No, I mean investor. The jargon, Tom. I mean the jargon. I mean the jargon. Don't go into that thing. The investors are like, the actual Ron Barons, people who want the company to succeed, people who will not sell out when the company reaches a certain high, not because of that. Tom, I love you. But since Tom is here and we actually got to this point and we mentioned this again, boys and girls, like we said, and Nannies often helps me with referring to that quote: when the prices are low, focus on not crying and being upset how bad everything is. Be focused on the opportunity. Buy when the blood is in the streets, even if the blood is your own. We always say that. Don't forget. Super great value, $10. Absolutely. Greg, the market is... unexciting at the moment. I know it is, like I said, it's going to be very sideways, very choppy. We still have the gap to close, right? So there is so much to be done. And what we're doing is basically this screwy action. And I mean, look at this. Yes, it is volatile, but is in the same range and just doing nothing. And we know what we're having in terms of momentum coming up. It's not great. I mean, it's boring. Traders can maybe take, advantage of this, but also should be very careful not to get blindsided by the, grand scheme of things. We just kind of covered everything. We know what we're waiting for. We're really waiting for the month to close, which we have 6 more days and 5 hours this session, and then we'll see how things really start to. In which direction are we actually starting to move? Of course, we have our thesis. We have everything we sort of analyzed throughout this following month and a bit, and we know what we expect. But then again, we really need to see what the market will do. Okay, that's what is. What it will come down to. Terrible at picking up sarcasm on chat. Yes, Gene, I am horrible at that. We already figured that one out. In real life, he is like 20% better. That's so true. I have my weaknesses. I'm a human being. My tendency is to take everything seriously first and then go to the joke side. It's thanks to my dad, which I love a lot. That he raised me this way. This way, I'm not gonna do something stupid when I'm required to be, serious. Although, still human. Right, let me take a sip here of my coffee because I'm parched and see what you guys are saying. Nelly just wrote it. Yes, buy when the blood is in the streets, even if the blood is your own. Boys and girls, this is such a brilliant quote. I remember hearing it the first time, and I immediately felt like it has a lot of weight to it. Many, many, many years ago, and very quickly, of course, I was explained what the meaning is, and more so, I'm just sort of amazed how people, when the actual thing happens, although aware of it, and those will be the same people who will preach that quote, will forget when the blood is in the street. They will start just not notice it. And we spoke about this recently when we had the original correction in the market, right? That thing, right? People were, if you look, I still have a video up right here on YouTube on this channel. If you go, it's an ancient video that basically I say, look, you should be. Can I tell you straightforward? First of all, not financial advice, so I couldn't, right? But more so, it was obvious. Because if it will and everything will go to shit, your money will be as good as fire tinder. So you definitely should be buying when things of that nature happen instead of saying, oh, it is so bad, so abnormal, and we're probably going to die. No, if we're going to die, we're going to die. Nothing matters. So buy instead. Okay, that should be a t-shirt. No, that should be a t-shirt. If we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Buy instead. You see, now that should be a t-shirt, boys and girls. Tom and I, if we made merch, by now we probably had a full store of stuff. All sorts of clothes, cups, and all sorts of funny stuff. Right. We need to start. We need to start writing those down. Pardon me, but sorry, but think about it. It's true. Hello, Derek. It's true. If everything is going to go to shit, it doesn't matter. Be smart to take advantage of the opportunity when it presents itself. Not say, oh, why didn't I later? But most people do. Chris, wait. Learning to buy the dip whenever just got a bit more Palantir, even though I know it will dip a bit more slow and steady. Very good, Chris, because you are looking into the further future. You understand that the prices that we're looking at right now, regardless, it's 40, 30, 20, 12, 10, doesn't matter. All of it is a good price and will create a good average. And no one here, including myself, don't really know the future. We have tools to assess, to guesstimate, if you will, as accurately as possible. And we've seen the market go crazy far longer than we can remain solvent. Again, a very famous quote. The reality is that we need to be aware of all the circumstances, and under no condition sort of put our, everything in our eggs in one basket and rely on a singular outcome. No, we have to prepare, and if that means spread out our buying process, looking at the outcome of 5, 6, 7, 8, even 10 years, that's the right way. Because we all, the community, I think, between myself and Tom and our members, understand that Palantir right now is, it's so young, it's not even worth putting diapers on it. Okay, it's that young, and the potential and the variety of application, how much of a staple it will become in our future, is, though the people who see that, understand that, and how valuable Palantir is, and how it doesn't really have competition, it doesn't seem like anybody's really trying to compete with them, the outcome is very simple. We're going to have something that later we're going to only be able to look back and say, it's almost the same people who bought Tesla when it was, $20. $20 would be considered a very expensive price for a, car company, right? And people were saying, no, it's going to go higher. At $100, it was just complete insanity. Going to 1,000, whatnot, right? And everything in between. Remember, it just jumped from 100 to 1,000. We had quite a path there. So, but people who foresaw what Tesla could be and how important it is made the real money. It is what it is. And I'm going to tell you that I was involved in that process myself. So when such opportunities present themselves, don't be hyper focused. Oh, that's so high relative to. No, relative to what we will have, it is all low. Okay, all of it. The entire range from top to bottom, all of it is nothing. Buy as much as you can. Now that needs to be a quote as well. Especially if you're not a trader and you don't know the principles and you don't know the tools or how to do this right. Don't avoid this like the plague. We know, statistically speaking, 70 to 90% in all institutions, in all banking systems, everywhere, all over the world, 70 to 90% of traders end up losing money. That's the reality. Very few people are trained and knowledgeable and have the mental fortitude and just ability to do it right. Very few people. That's just the reality. Even a lot of experts, so-called experts, F it up. And even the good experts F it up sometimes. So you think, you're going to conquer the world because you saw a video or two on YouTube? I hate to give it to you, brother. I wouldn't mind a mug that says something like "Buy when the blood is in the streets," even if the blood is your is your IRB, is your own, like somehow way. Okay, I can't remember the original source, unfortunately, but it works well. Lex, it's gonna take it's gonna be a huge mug. It's gonna be like a jug. It's one of those wine glasses that women like to finish the day with. You can write a poem on. I want a T-shirt that says "Trust me, bro." Not financial advice. Okay, Gene. Now Gene takes the trophy here on that one. Gene, you get a T-shirt that says "I invented," the T-shirt that says "Trust me, bro." Not financial advice. um, One last one because I can't help myself. The market is like what can be. What is that? I'm burdened by what has been. Okay, I see what you did there. Okay. What can be burdened by what has been. Okay, I see. I like big mugs and I cannot lie. I like big mugs and I cannot lie. Come on, yeah, horse. Come on. I mean, don't be too obvious. We're gonna have problems. Miss Toe might not like me because of it. Wait, she's a Mrs. MRS Miss Toe. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho. Sorry to ruin your day. No, no, no. You're good. You're good. You're good. It's so funny. I got it. It took me a second there, but I got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't even want to think about her, man. That is just, yeah. Ugh, don't get me started on that one. You know what happens when I do? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at that, look at that. We're squeezing the bejesus. Of course, we're in overbought territory. Not all that surprising. Probably gonna revert somewhat soon. I know. Again, we still can squeeze. We just spoke about this the other week. It doesn't matter when we get a slightly higher high. It's people are all that excited. Oh, that's it. This is another higher high. So what? So what? It doesn't. As there are far stronger forces and structures at play here that do not say or indicate that we cannot go tomorrow to 5740. No, there's no force that says we can't. 5750, 5800. No, but we are so much so on that exit that people that's sort of the beauty. This is how it happens every single cycle. People get caught off guard, blindsided by that sort of bullish momentum that is unnatural, and they're feeling like they're missing out, getting this FOMO, and of course getting burnt, or when the car stops, they hit their face on the bumper. That's a description I remember saying still back in the office days, and even here in the community. Okay, let's go back to markets. S&P going up. Yeah, it's going up right now. Again, nothing all that surprising. We can see that on the momentum gauges, so it's kind of obvious all in all. But again, what the market cannot prevent is the need to close that ginormous gap, that chasm that we have opened earlier. The market cannot avoid by inherently eventually burning off all that momentum and starting to drop back down, and inherently it cannot avoid by doing that thing that has been getting ready to do since, well, I mean, we can argue June 23. 2023 to be more precise. Didn't understand what I mean. Sorry, wrong. Okay, we got that. All right, all right. Right, boys and girls, I think we are kind of done for today. We covered some stocks, we covered the market a little bit. We kind of know what we're waiting for. I'm not going to stay here to tell you, oh, look, I told you so that we're going to be going down. No, that's not important. I'm not doing lives for that sort of stuff. When I'm right anyways. No, thank you, nannies. You are a magical mod. There are none like you in the entire YouTube or anywhere else. Thank you. You are pure magic. Thank all of you, boys and girls. Tom Nash as well, brother from another mother. All of you brothers and sisters from other mothers, and I appreciate you showing up and giving me the support and growing the channel, all the beautiful stuff. As we said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and then comment afterwards, just for the algorithm to be friendly to me. And that's it. I think we're done. Hopefully, if everything will be fine. I'm sorry yesterday I didn't do a market close live. I was very, very tired and I had a lot to do, and I didn't feel like it was necessary because we kind of got ready for everything. We knew what we were expecting, so there it was. I didn't feel like it was all that important. I might do one today, but of course we will see how the market plays out, or just how I feel all in all. I'm still human, boys and girls, don't forget. That's it. You all have a magical day. I will see you on the Discord. Bye for now.